Hey, writing today. So again, in your writing, you're gonna be working on your graphic organizer again today, working on what is gonna be kind of the meat and potatoes of your story. That means like the big part of your story. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna be going to this page. I know it says chapter 1 at the top, conflict. That's just a typo. That should say chapter 2. Again, your story is gonna have 3 different chapters. Chapter 1 was kind of the introduction, the lead up to this big event. Chapter 2 is gonna be your conflict, and maybe even your resolution. And then chapter 3 will be kind of the wind down, and then what happens to the characters after it's all said and done. So today you're going to be working with this. And before this, you had all these different parts that led up to your major conflict in the story. And maybe there's some minor conflicts along the way, but this is going to be like, okay, this is going to be the second part of your story. This is going to be most everything in the middle part of that story mountain that you already did. If you remember, we had a story mountain. If I can find it. And the story mountain was, okay, chapter 1. Chapter 2 is going to be the conflict and the resolution. And you need to be a little bit more in depth here. You can't just say, oh, I'm just going to rewrite my conflict and resolution. No, what are the things that led up to the conflict, as well as be more specific about the conflict? So again, I'm looking for 8 to 10 things that are going to happen in this chapter. And maybe the last thing that happens in this chapter is the resolution. Again, you can kind of make bullet points and kind of just have your thoughts written down so that when you start typing next week, you know, oh, I want this to happen, I want this to happen, I want this to happen. And then maybe it ends with the resolution, because on Monday, when you guys get back, you're going to do the last part, which is going to be these 2. So again, that's probably what I would say. I would say, what are the different things that, the couple things that are leading up to the conflict? Talk about the conflict in 3 or 4 bullet points as to what's happening in there, how's it get, and then how does it get resolved should probably be the last thing that you have in here. And I put down about 8 to 10 things. This is going to be the biggest part of your story that are going to happen in this section. And that's what I'd like you to do. And kind of today, I'd like you to kind of show these to me as well. I think there's going to be a checkout at some point in which you're going to kind of show me what you're doing. So make sure that you have this and all your other parts done, so I can say, oh, yep, you are all good with your writing for the trimester thus far.